Oh, I see. The tension was very high, particularly in that second set, so all the emotions are pouring. In Dubai, Alex Eala just did the most bizarre thing. You're definitely hating yourself right now if you didn't see it live, because this 20-year-old Filipino just pulled off a match that will be talked about for a very long time. Allow me to explain why this was more than simply a victory. There was a message in this song. World number 40, Alex Eala, defeated world number 8 and defending WTA 1000 champion Jasmine Paolini as soon as she stepped onto the center court at the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships. One of the most reliable players on the circuit at the moment in straight sets, 6-1, 7-6, and 1 hour and 40 minutes of unrelenting, unflinching tennis. In all honesty, the music doesn't really convey the audacity of this performance. Listen, let's discuss what Alex was up against here before we get into the actual match. Jasmine Paolini is more than simply a player in the top 10 on a winning run. Music. This is the 2024 WTA 1000 champion. This individual has competed against the world's best and won, and they have substantial Grand Slam experience. This is a seasoned professional with poise and a game that has been tested at the greatest level. Additionally, Alex, a 20-year-old musician, is still learning how to handle life on tour, navigating these enormous tournaments, and developing her ranking, confidence, and portfolio. On paper, this ought to have been a teaching moment, a kind of match where you compete and see what occurs. However, Alex failed to understand the letter because of her actions on center court, which went beyond simple competition to include dominance. To be honest, the first set was insane, so let's start with that. After the jump, Alex is fired up. She is combative. Her feet are moving. Play is being dictated by her. She also won the opening set 6-1 in only 25 minutes. Music. That's like demolishing a top 10 player, not just defeating them. Throughout the set, you could sense the momentum building as she blasted 2 service aces and converted 2 break points. Paolini is searching the internet for information on what's going on. Furthermore, Alex is completely focused on playing the kind of tennis that makes you sit up and say, "Wait, hold on. Who is this child?" What I like most about the first set is this. Power wasn't the only factor. There was more to it, music, than yelling wins and hoping they would land. Alex was intelligent. She was keeping Paolini off balance by varying her speed and angles. The game strategy was as obvious as day. Keep her from settling. Keep her from developing a rhythm. Make her feel uneasy from the very first ball. That's mature thinking for a 20-year-old. You often don't see that kind of tactical knowledge until a performer has been touring for 5, 6, or 7 years. Alex, however, has been studying. She has been seeing films. Every game, every defeat, every near miss has taught her something new. And now, everything is starting to fit together. Okay, now let's talk about the second set. Paolini is a champion for a reason, so here is where things start to get very interesting. A player rated 39 ranks lower than her will not just roll over and take a beating. She then begins to fight back, or she begins to play her game. Alex, on the other hand, never lets up. 1 game away from the greatest victory in her career, she's up music 5-3, serving for the match. And here is often when the jitters start to show if you're Alex. At this stage, you stop just playing the point in front of you and begin to consider what it implies. Doubt starts to sneak in at this point. Here's the problem, however. Paolini is too talented to ignore it. She is too skilled and cunning. At 5-5, she ties it up in retaliation. Alex is now 1 game away from losing the set and needing to play a deciding as she takes the lead 6-5. All of that momentum from the opening set is now in jeopardy. You know what Alex does, though? She manages to preserve it. She forces a tiebreak after fighting back to 66. Tiebreakers at this level are nasty, so pay attention. Each point seems to weigh 1,000 pounds. It's over after 1 poor choice, 1 shanked ball, 1 pause, and music. It goes back and forth as they enter the tiebreak. 4-4 trade between winners. Neither player is blinking, and champions are created at this very instant. This is where you learn the true nature of a person. Alex gains speed. She begins to play freely. She is making Paolini work for every point by striking targets and shifting her around. Music. And Alex wins the tiebreak 7-5 just when it counts most, when the pressure is at its highest. Music turned the game over. Completely upset. 8th place in the world. A 20-year-old Filipino recently defeated Jasmine Paolini in front of a crowded center court audience. Additionally, the thousands of Filipino supporters in that stadium probably made it impossible for anybody to hear what they were thinking since they were so loud. Here's what makes this victory even more noteworthy. In a WTO 1000 competition, this is Alex's greatest performance to date. She has already participated in 6 events this year. She has been working hard, learning, and developing throughout the ASB Classic, Australian Open, Philippine Women's Open, Abu Dhabi Open, and Qatar Open. However, this is the turning point. This is the opponent list she is compiling, and the I belong here declaration she has been working toward. It's becoming absurd. Clara Towson, Madison Keys, Iga Swiatek, and now Jasmine Paolini. That is a killer's row of elite skill. Although she hasn't defeated them all, say the fact that she is competing against them and already defeating them tells you all you need to know about the direction her game is taking. Do you know what this makes me think of? Alex's incredible performance in the Miami Open last year earned him the moniker Giant Slayer. The tennis community began to take notice at that point. People began to say, okay, this kid is more than just hype at that point. She is genuine, and she's doing it once again in Dubai. She's demonstrating that it wasn't an anomaly. She is demonstrating her ability to keep up with the finest. This wasn't just any random tournament match, so let's take a moment to discuss the background music. This is a huge WTA 1000 tournament called the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships. This is an elite level of competition. And after losing in the round of 16 the previous year, Paolini entered as the 6th seed. She has to prove something. She is driven. Alex just didn't give a damn. Here's a nice bit of history too. Although this was their first match in singles, Alex and Coco Gauff had previously faced off in doubles at the Italian Open in May 2025, losing to Paolini and Sara Errani in the semifinals. There was some familiarity and history there, but singles are a very other species. Additionally, Alex's day was today. Now, the mental aspect of this performance is what makes it even more amazing. Here's the problem, however. Playing in the top 10 is one thing, but performing in front of a stadium full of your supporters, people who traveled just to see you, is quite another. Another kind of pressure is when people are singing your name. The majority of 20-year-olds would crumble under it. The majority of athletes would tense up when they felt the pressure of expectation. But she flourished, Alex. She thrived on its vitality. Every shout, every wave of the Filipino flag in the stands, and every, "Let's go, Alex," she used it as motivation. Champion attitude is that. That's the enthusiasm of a superstar, and how she responded to Paolini's second set comeback. Music. You can really see the progress there. Perhaps she lost that tie-break a year ago. Perhaps she is affected by her nerves. Perhaps she begins to act frightened. Not today, however. She played through it today. She remained combative. She had faith in her shots, and she shut it out as if she had done it all her life. Okay, so what comes next for Alex? She advances to the round of 16, where she will play Romanian Sransira, who is now rated number 32. And, music, pay attention. This isn't going to be easy. There is a history between these two. In a close 3-set match at the 2024 Madrid Open, Sransira prevailed 6-3, 6-7, 6-4. Sransira is aware of Alex's capabilities. Music. Alex is aware that she is capable of competing with her. Here's how this match differs from that one, however. Music, self-assurance. Alex, snorts, just had her greatest victory to far. She recently defeated a player ranked in the top 10 in straight sets. She has momentum. She has faith. Additionally, she has the support of a whole nation. C has served in the military. She is cunning. She has expertise. However, Alex has that I just defeated the 8th-ranked player in the world in swagger right now. Wasn't that scary, music, if I'm betting on this match? Trust me, I'm not a betting guy, but if I were, I'd take Alex because she's playing uncontrollably right now. She is moving, serving, and returning like a machine. Most significantly, she thinks she can prevail. That alone is half the fight. For a moment, let's discuss the wider picture, music, since what Alex is doing at the moment involves more than just one event. This has to do with establishing a career. The goal is to demonstrate that she should be in the top 50, top 40, top 30, and eventually, yes, I will say it, the top 10. She is 20 years old. 20. Most athletes don't reach their peak until they are in their mid-20s. Although she still has years to grow strategically, psychologically, and physically, she is already outperforming top 10 players and going far in major events. This place has an alarmingly high ceiling. You know what's crazy too? Fans from the Philippines are flocking to see her. There is a sizable, boisterous, and fervent Filipino component in the audience wherever she performs, whether it is in Australia, Abu Dhabi, or Dubai. Music support from fans like that doesn't simply happen. This is because, to them, Alex is more than just a tennis player. She is a representation. She is evidence that someone from the Philippines can compete internationally. She is a living example of inspiration.